Hello, welcome everyone. Today we are going to revise chapter number 1, that is computer language. Language is a medium by which we express our views and feelings. Like we communicate with each other and understand what the other person want to say. Like we speak in Hindi language or English and many more. In similar ways, computer also required a language which it can understand. So there are the various computer languages which we are going to study in this chapter. A program is a set of instruction which tells the computer what to do. Computer In computers there are various types of programs which makes a language. So a computer program is a set of instruction. It's a types of instruction, set of instruction. There are the many instructions all together combined and tells the computer what they have to do. The process of writing specific instruction in a computer language is called programming. So when we have the process of writing specific instruction in a computer language, in computer language if we want to give a specific instructions to computer, that is called programming. And different sets of programs are combined together to make a software in software we in which we work. So a program is a set of instruction, and there are the set of instruction what then we have to tell what computer have to do, and this process of combining all the set of programs are called programming. So when we do the programming by combining the different program, we make a software. For example, if we make a program in which we tells the computer to do addition, there will be the set of instruction which tells computer to do addition. And in similar ways we can have the different programs in which we can ask the computer to do subtraction, multiplication, division, and many more. If we combine all these programs in a one set, then it is called a software. Then you will see that when we combine addition, subtraction, multiplication software, it will make a software. That is software. Now computer language. There are the four computer languages, and this we are going to study in detail. First one is machine language, assembly language, high level language, fourth generation language. Now first we will learn about the machine language. It is the only language that a computer understands. So the machine language, basically computers or the basically is the language which only the computer understands. Other than machine language, computer doesn't understand anything. It is expressed in a binary form, that is 0 and 1. So machine language is in binary form, and binary form is in the form of 0 and 1. That means all the coding is being done in 0 and 1. This language we understand through 0 and 1. So machine language is machine dependent. That means every machine have its own language. So every machine can have its own binary language, and it is also called is low level language. So machine language is system dependent, that every system can have its own language, and we must have the knowledge of each and every machine to do the programming, and it is only understand 0 and 1, and this is the only language which computer can understand. So and that's why it is called a low level language, and it is very difficult to do the programming in machine level language. Just because machine language only is in the form of 0 and 1. So whatever we want to express, whatever we want to tell the computer to do the work, we have to do in the form of 0 and 1. Then we have the second, assembly language. Assembly language uses the mnemonic codes. That is mnemonic code, or the we can say it symbols in the place of 0 and 1. A program written in assembly language is called source program, and the program converted into machine language by assembler is called object program or object code. So that means we need a translator program, that is known as assembler. So a program written in assembly language, we called it a source program. Whatever we will write in mnemonic codes, we called it a source program, and then we need a assembler to convert it into the machine language, and that is called object program or object code. So assembler is needed to translate the program from assembly language to machine language. Assembly language is little bit easier than machine language, just because we use mnemonic codes. Mnemonic codes are like add. So by the simple word means add, you came to know that you have to add some digits. Sub, that means for subtraction. Div for division. Like this we use different mnemonic codes in assembly language. It is also little bit tough to understand assembly language, but it is more easy than machine language. So to overcome the machine language, assembly language is being developed. The program we will write in assembly language is called a source program, but computer only understand machine language. So we need an assembler to assemble that code into the to convert that code into the object program to the machine language. Then after assembly language, that is not that easy. To overcome all these difficulties, we have the high level language. Then high level language has been developed to overcome all these difficulties. High level language is very simple language. That means we write it in normal English words, and it is very easy to understand, and it is user friendly. That user friendly means we can understand it very easily, and we can perform and we can do the programming very easily in it, and we can understand the high level language very easy, and is machine independent. That means we don't require the knowledge of the machine to do the programming. We can perform the high level language in any of the machine, and that will work in all the system. It is not dependent upon the system, it is machine independent. That means we can we can make the high level program in any of the system, and it is very simple to make the machine high level language. But high level language, as we have the some example like C++, Java, and there are various high level language. These are the most popular. Python, CBSE in your curriculum in CBSE, if you are going to study computer in higher classes, you will read the Python language, and that is also a high level language. So in high level language, we do the programming by writing the simple English words. But then the same problem is there, computer only understand the machine language. So for that, to convert the language, high level language to machine language, that we need a translator program. So they like an assembler. Here we have the two translator program to convert the high level language into machine language. First one is interpreter. Interpreter, it translates the program line by line. That is, it converts one line at a time, execute the instruction, and then repeat the procedure for the remaining instruction. So it translates the program line by line, one by one. Interpreter used to perform the program, and it converts one line at a time. At a single time, it execute the program by line, and the instruction after that repeat the procedure. The same procedure will happen for the next line. That means it will read each and every line by line. It will read first line, then it will execute it, then it will read the second line, then execute it, then third line, then it will execute that line. So line by line it will read it and it will execute it. If there is any error And suppose if you have an error in the first line, it will give you the error for the first line. And suppose you have written the correct 5 line, it will not give you the error. It will first execute the all the lines which don't have the error. Suppose the error is in fifth line, so it will first read the first line and execute it, then it will read the second line and execute it, then third line executed, fourth line executed, then fifth line when the error will come, it will show you the error. But first it will execute all the line which don't have the error. So interpreter is used to read and execute line by line. Then we have the another program to translate is compiler. It translates the whole program at once. It generates the object code for the program along with a list of errors if any. The execution is very fast. So interpreter is reading line by line, but the compiler reads the whole program in a single go. And if there is any error, it will not execute even a single line. So if the program must be full of the program must be very correct and it is of no error. If there is a kind of any error, it will list it at the same time and it will not run. And in the compiler, the execution is very fast as it is reading the whole program at once and giving the result directly. Now then we have the fourth generation language. Fourth generation language is mostly closer to the human being. Like it is very user friendly and independent of operating system, and is very high speed of execution. And and then the fourth generation computer generation in 4GL we are using the AI, that is artificial intelligence. Like we are making the robots, satellites, these all come under the fourth generation language, in which we are using as a human brain. Like robot is a human brain, like working is like a human brain, and but it is a machine brain. So artificial intelligence comes under the fourth generation language. It is user friendly and independent of operating system, and the high speed of execution is of very high speed. Now we have the different types of computers. First one is micro, mini, mainframe and supercomputer. We will discuss it. Microcomputer and microcomputer, these are the small in size and very cost is very less, and they are usually designed microcomputer for our personal use or in schools or in homes. Like the in microcomputer we have a laptop. There are the small laptops with a small screen like of 14 or 13 cm centimeter, though these are called microcomputer, which we are using at home. Then we have the mini computer. They are little bigger in size than microcomputer, and mostly they are used in bank, universities and many other places, or in some of the organizations we use mini computers. Then we have mainframe computers. In mainframe computer the speed is very high, and they are one of the most very powerful computers which we use in bigger organization, and it can contain the huge data. That means for the organization which have the huge data, we can use the mainframe computer. So in mainframe computer we have for the whole universities, like examples, big organization, banks and laboratories, airline tickets, railways and various other offices like stock exchanges. They all use mainframe computer. By mainframe computer there are the various computer attached to it, and they are the mainframe, and with them they contain the huge data of the whole organization. Then we have the supercomputers. Supercomputers is like we are sending they are the supercomputers are like the most powerful computer in the world. So the most powerful computer in the world means they have the highest processing speed. If they have the highest processing speed, they are used for like controlling the space research or satellites. Like I have told you, for the fourth GL we are using the supercomputer, and weather forecasting and various other research. Some examples are Cray 1, Cray 2, Paramparam, ETA, A10, Sunway, Tulite, and etc. So there, and the Sunway Tulite is the world fastest supercomputer. So like this, we can have the different types of computers. This chapter is over. So we have studied here about the computer languages, in which we have the different computer languages. There are the four computer languages: machine language, assembly language, high level, and fourth generation language. Machine language is in the form of 0 and 1, and that the only language computer can understand. Assembly language have the mnemonic codes, and to convert this mnemonic codes we need an assembler. The code which we will write with the program which we will write in assembly language is called source program, and the converted program is called object program. Then we have the high level language. In high level language is very simple and machine independent, and then we need the interpreter or compiler to convert the high level language into the machine language. Interpreter is used for executing line by line, and compiler is used for one go. It will compile the whole program at once. Then we have the fourth generation language. Fourth generation language we have AI, artificial intelligence, and they are also user friendly and independent of operating system, and these are the very high speed of execution. Then we have the types of computer: microcomputer, mini computer, mainframe, and supercomputer. Microcomputer we used at homes or in schools, different offices like laptops, and in banks or in various other execution we use mini computers. Then they have the mainframe computer, which we use by the bigger organizations like stock exchange, universities, banks, and many more. And then we have the supercomputers like robots, which are used for the robots, weather forecasting, space research, various other research, and many more things. So that's all for this chapter, and please keep watching the videos. Thank you everyone.